What's up, guys, and welcome to the channel. So the title of this video is actually going to be COVID deals, what I have bought and sold within the past month. And one of the things that I'm pretty excited about, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I posted a picture of it. I didn't put any context or anything to it, but I actually bought this. This is a 1990 Mercedes 300 TE wagon. This is a W124, and this thing has, I think it's like 3.5 inline six. It's automatic transmission, but the body on it is just insanely clean. There's no like major dings or dents or anything in it. There's no like hail damage, which is crazy for it being in Colorado. But this thing is like, it's built like a freaking tank, so it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. This is like, if you guys have ever opened the door on one of these things, it's like the most satisfying thing ever. But inside of it is a little it's a little dirty. It's got some grime right there. We need to clean it up. I already washed the outside of it because it was pretty dirty when we got it, but where you at? Look at that, fires right up. 302,000 miles on it is what it has. So I don't know what that is back there. But anyhow, it has a JVC, it has Bluetooth on it, so it's actually already paired to my phone. We cruised this thing to Sonic yesterday. It's probably about the slowest car that I've ever driven, but 300,000 miles, it like idles like super nice, super smooth. It has like a little misfire every now and then, it goes like bum 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 bum. But yeah, so kind of the purpose of this thing is, well, there's no real purpose other than the fact that it literally drove into the parking lot. It drove over to my neighbor's shop. It was probably like 2 weeks ago. And the guy had a for sale sign on, and he was asking $600. And I was like, oh, don't do this to me. So I went over there. I was like, all right, I don't need this car, but if you'll take $400 for it, I'll buy it. He's like, if I don't sell it by next week, it's yours. So he didn't sell it. He texted me, and that's what we got. So now we have a $400 BMW, or I'm gonna call it the Benzo 124 wagon. Yeah, freaking fires right up. No, the AC doesn't work though. But one of the really cool things about this thing, here, I'll show you guys under the hood. It's got pretty gross under here, but yeah, 3.5 I think. Inline six actually runs pretty decent for 300,000 miles. But one of the coolest things I think about it is that it actually has the rear seats back there. So back here is basically a 7 passenger, so you could actually have 2 people back there, and it actually has a lot of room. One of the things I do need to get for it is a new back window. This one's been taped. It's all shattered, but it had window tint on it, so it's okay. But you were wondering like, oh man, why did you do that? This thing's slow. It's kind of cool. These things look really cool when they have wheels on them, like the one-piece glass headlights. But if you guys don't remember, I bought this thing a long time ago. This is a 99 Mercedes 300 turbo diesel, and this thing actually has, yeah, look at that, freaking turbo diesel. Underneath the hood of this thing, we have a legendary OM606 turbo diesel. It's factory turboed. If you guys don't watch any crazy like drift videos on YouTube or on the internet, there was I forget the name of the guys. They're in the UK, but they basically have an OM606 in one of those wagons as a drift car, and really cool. So this just basically walked into my life. I've had this thing for I don't even know how many years now. So it's actually crazy how clean the interior of this thing is and how nice this is. But this thing's been basically around for a long time. But I was thinking I could basically swap everything out of this car into that car. But I was talking to a guy that does a lot of the swaps, and he was saying that you know, in order to make the most out of it, it would make the most sense to actually convert it to a manual, and then to do the manual pump and then a bigger turbo. But at that point, I can make like 450 horse, have like a freaking belligerent hood stack on it. I can't believe how clean this thing is. I forgot. This thing is like really freaking clean on the interior. It's crazy. It's just been sitting outside for the past 2 years. Crazy. I bought was this $300 Envoy. This is the 08 that I actually yanked the swap out of for the C10. So this thing is basically just sitting outside now. The things that I've actually sold. So I have some F250 wheels and tires. I sold one set of them. So that's, I guess that's kind of good. We sold some stuff. The other car, or the vehicle that I actually sold was the 92 Turbo MR2. I actually sold that about 3 weeks ago, and finally got rid of it. I just really didn't feel like doing a build on it, and I just have so much other stuff. So one of the things that I'm currently selling is Jamie's, this is a 2008 Saab 9.3 Aero all-wheel drive sedan. Trying to sell that thing right now. And one of the things that I bought is this. This is a 2009 KTM 65. So this thing's a 65 SX. This thing's an absolute freaking ripper. If you guys don't remember, I actually sold my KLX 110 to Chris Rudnick down in Florida. So when he was up here for the Drift Colorado event last year in May, he wanted it really, really bad. I didn't want to sell it, but at the same time, he drove so far, kind of helped me out with promoting the event. So I was like, all right, I'll sell it to you. I made him a good deal on it, and he took that off my hands. So I've always been wanting to get another pit bike, and that kind of fit the description. I wanted something a little bit rowdier. So the other thing is I ended up selling 2 sets of wheels. Basically, I had some square G6 wheels, which were on the 1JZ S13 Coupe a long time ago. And then I had a set of like Rhoda TE37 like knockoff things that I actually sold too. And basically the money from I think a couple of those things, basically the wheels, tires, those wheels, and some other stuff. And that's kind of why I bought the pit bike. Also, I bought this C10 at kind of the beginning of this whole COVID stuff, literally like the first week of that stuff, or maybe it was like the second week of it, just because kind of needed something to build since we were not going to Florida for the Cletus and Cars event. So let's see, what else did I buy? So I bought this last week. This is a K20 Z3. So this is out of like an basically like an 08 Honda Civic Si or something like that. So these heads are supposed to flow the best. It comes factory. It has like the RBC cam gear. Has this is the PRB intake manifold, which is the good intake manifold, and has like this little thing where it has where it basically deletes power steering. So that was a cool little find. Facebook Marketplace. Don't necessarily need it 100% right now, but we are planning on swapping something with a K here soon. So another thing, a body kit. So this is a S14 Zinky body kit, and this is it's a Deuce style Zinky front bumper with kooky corners, which is kind of weird. I'm not super stoked on that, but the front bumper is kind of a replica. The rear stuff is Origin. If you guys don't see on my Instagram, I think it was today or yesterday, I actually bought basically a wide body S14 Zinky front end. And if you guys haven't seen me teasing some stuff on my Instagram, we basically have that Zinky S14 that's been sitting outside for a long time. That one right there. And so kind of trying to finish up some projects and try not to start too many of them. But yeah, so the plan is to actually build that thing. So you guys seen us swapping this SR engine into the C10 kind of for funnies like 2 weeks ago. And so basically the plan is to put that in that Zinky, kind of do a sweet paint job, some nice wheels, basically like some 3-piece with like some big old like 5-inch lips in the back, and do a sick little build on that. Kind of like street car style build, not like a drift car or anything like that. So that's man, I think that's kind of it as far as out here. I guess that kind of leads me to my our next. Oh, I bought a. Kind of showing you parts too. Basically bought these guys right here. This is Precision. It's like a window felt kit for the C10. I bought that actually like 2 weeks ago, and it finally showed up today or yesterday. But I was gonna, when I put the old doors back on the C10, all this weather stripping and all this stuff in here was just super trashed and gross and old. So I just decided to order a brand new kit. So we're gonna leave that thing patina and kind of leave it at that. So the other thing that I got that we actually need to go drop off today, some parts right here. So I have some clear corners for the Zinky. Obviously we're doing the freaking Zinky build, so we got them clear corners right there. These right here are clear headlight lenses for an actual Zinky. So these we're actually going to take over right now and drop them off and get get some. Actually, I'm gonna drop them off at Creative Auto, and he's gonna do a little headlight build on them, kind of like we did with the stuff on the Civic and the Supra. Basically, where you get like you go to like the retrofit source, you get like some Morimoto or like some, I forget the exact name of them. Basically, you get like the retrofit projectors. He's gonna do a build on those for me, which I'm pretty stoked about. I have some headlights actually hidden up here, some other Zinky headlights, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to find those real quick, pull those down. Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of the purpose of this video is just kind of showing you guys that I've, you know, been kind of buying stuff, been kind of selling stuff. It seems like some people, like cheap stuff you could sell, expensive stuff you can't sell. Like literally I haven't had like one call or one serious person about this car. I have it listed for like $4,500, and literally like nobody's interested in it. But rebuilt from salvage title, I mean, it's kind of a weird time to buy a car, I guess, and it's not like $2,000. I also sold some seats out of the TSX, the parts car, so I sold some seats and the steering rack and stuff out of it, so I got a little bit of money out of that. I'm actually buying a 2-car trailer tomorrow, and I guess probably one of the biggest things that we actually sold was the Audi R8. So that was a car that you know, if you guys didn't see the Civic race versus the R8, that was kind of my farewell video to it. But yeah, we sold some stuff, we bought some stuff. Definitely sold more amount of money than we've actually bought. We actually sold a decent amount of the quarantine and build shirts, so that definitely helped out a lot. I'm trying to think what else. I guess I'm not gonna ponder that on you guys right now. I'm gonna find those headlights and we're gonna go drop them off. Lights right there, and we're mobbing the benzo. Check out how these windows roll down. I don't know if you guys have ever seen windows.
Frickin' 2012 Kia doesn't roll down that good.
Yeah, they've probably never. Oh, look at this too. Oof, check that out.
I like how it's like flush.
I do too.
I like how the top is like painted metal.
It's painted metal.
It's
and
like
then,
not glass.
So if you guys think this is a boring video, we actually have a banger of a car that I bought. That's right behind Ty's Saab right there. That we'll kind of explain. I'll show you guys that when we get back. So we're gonna go mob the benzo. Right now, literally to the floor. Oh, Ty got me with a downshift.
No, I didn't get the downshift, it did itself.
Oh wow, this is the highest it's ever revved.
Oh wow, it's
ripping. Oh wow, we're ripping now. Oh wow, that actually wasn't bad.
Once it hit 60, it kind of
yeah, this thing pulls past after 60.
Dude, you want to see the sickest car you've ever seen?
Come look at this.
Like the dopest dope.
My $400 Mercedes. I already opened it. One of them should be open. Are you ready for
saw the $400 Mercedes. The white wagon?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah, I already seen it.
Oh,
What
yeah,
do you think of
know.
those?
Tight.
Better than
I mean,
these,
that's
huh?
better. That's way better than these.
It's all yellow and diffused.
Yeah,
Gross.
Yuck. We're thinking.
Almost
Right
like
behind the housing.
probably get this mocked.
Basically replay.
10 minutes.
Take it apart. Let's see it.
Well, you said you have to go.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
we gotta go. Ty cleaned it real quick with just some interior. Ooh, look at that.
Just that.
Yeah, that's a lot better. Now we need the steering wheel though.
Oh,
That's what's
Well,
getting
this
me.
I worry about is it'll come off because it's like already worn away.
Yeah.
That's how I was worried about this too.
Well, we gotta go pick up some mortar and then we're gonna be back. That leads us to our last and final purchase of the COVID deals series, I guess. So let's freaking talking about what I bought. This is a 2002 Acura RSX Type S. It has a when I got it, I basically ended up doing some trading stuff and it was supposed to have a built motor in it. Got it back. The head and everything was brand new, but it's a CRV engine. So it's stock CRV bottom end and a brand new refurbished CRV head with a Type S like RBC cam gear, which is the Type S gear, and then a Type S oil pump, which is really weird, but stock bottom end, turbo manifold. Then I got a turbo, no radiator, no headlight, missing a bunch of stuff, shifter cables, interior's kind of trashed, has some hail damage. And I was gonna do kind of like a little street build on this, like a street RSX, and then that's why I was kind of asking around on Instagram. They ended up getting this one. This one just isn't what I wanted, so that's why we decided to do kind of the street S14. So yeah, that's kind of where we are with that stuff. This BMW, or not, this freaking Benzo. This thing is just so sick. I like it. Like, it is just such.
Cool.
It's such a. It's so cool just mobbing it around. It's got brand new freaking tires on it, and I paid $400 for it. Literally, the only thing it needs is like the AC to work and like that back window, and it would be such a sick daily. So, I don't know.
About that.
Again, I would like to swap the OM606. You can see the T-shirt that I'm wearing. That's the Drift Week thing. This was an idea. I thought it would be sick to do the OM606, a manual transmission, and you know, obviously coilovers, angle, all that type of stuff. But then take this thing on Drift Week number 2. And the sick thing about it is that in the back, it actually already has a trailer hitch. Yeah, we went to the Sam's Club. We got some water, got some avocados, stuff like that. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. I just wanted to kind of show you guys all the parts and random things that I've kind of acquired, you know, over the last month or so. The thing I'm most stoked about is this, and then second is the little pit bike. So other than that, appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think I should do with all this stuff, or let me know what you think I'm planning on doing with all this stuff, and we'll see you later.